Welcome to my channel where we explore fascinating topics ranging from ancient wisdom to modern theories, all with the aim of sparking curiosity and contemplation. Before we dive into today's content, I want to emphasize that the information presented in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. While we strive to provide accurate and well-researched insights, it is important to remember that the topics discussed here are often speculative and based on theories that may not be universally accepted. Furthermore, the views and opinions expressed in this video are my personal insight and do not necessarily reflect the views of any organizations mentioned or affiliated with this channel. We encourage viewers to conduct their own research and exercise critical thinking when engaging with the content presented here. Additionally, any references to religious or philosophical texts, such as the Upanishads, Puranas, or Vedas, are intended to explore themes and concepts within these texts and should not be interpreted as definitive interpretations of or endorsements of any specific religious beliefs. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery. Now, let's dive into today's topic with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Vipassana meditation has been around for a super long time, even before Buddha. In ancient Hindu texts like Vedas and Upanishads, there are hints about different ways to meditate, to understand yourself better and become wiser. These methods include focusing your mind and gaining insight into your thoughts and feelings. Once you have been practicing Vipassana for a while, you will get really good at noticing every single thing, every little thing happening in your body. You'll feel your blood moving, your heart beating, and even the muscles moving around. It's like becoming a detective of your own body. But here's the cool part. You don't judge or mess with any of it. Whether it's a twinge of pain or warm sensation, you just notice it and keep going. It's kind of like zooming in super close to see what's going on inside you without trying to change anything. And when you are done observing one thing, you move on to the next, like exploring different rooms in a house. It's all about being a keen observer of your own body and mind. Now let's chat about the young Double Slit Experiment. Back in 1801, a guy named Thomas Young, he did this cool experiment. He set up a board with two tiny holes, kind of like eyes, and shone a light through them onto a wall. Normally, you would expect to see two spots of light on the screen, right? But what Thomas he saw was totally unexpected. Instead of two spots, he saw this funky pattern of bright and dark lines. It's like the light was playing hide and seek, making a cool design on the wall. Now let's fast forward to 1927, when they tried the same experiment but with teeny particles called electron instead of light. They shot one electron at a time through the slits. After shooting lots of electrons one by one through the tiny two slits, something crazy happened. Scientists saw the wavy patterns again, just like when they used light. It's kind of like dropping pebbles into a pond and watching the ripples spread out. But here's the mind-bending part. Even though the electrons were shot one by one, it seemed like each electron went through both slits at the same time. How is that possible? It's like trying to walk through two doors at once. Totally impossible, right? But somehow, these electrons were doing just that. They were like little magicians popping up in multiple places at once on the screens. It's enough to make your head spin. To figure out how electrons pass through both slits at once, scientists tried using an inert detector. But when they did, everything changed. Instead of dancing together like before, the electrons marched solo like they had a job to do. The cool patterns they saw before vanished, replaced by just two spots on the screen. It's like the electrons decided to pick one slit to go through, but not both at the same time. Here's the main idea. Even tiny particles like electron can act like wave in the quantum world. This wave-like behavior creates interesting patterns called interference, where different energy levels mix together. And guess what? Whether a particle has energy depends on whether it's moving or not. When it's in a wave mode, we imagine it as a spread out cloud. It's technically everywhere within that cloud. So something super small, just like an electron, can suddenly seem much more effective just by behaving like a wave. Now that we have grasped how electrons and atoms behave in the quantum world, let's delve into how this affects our minds and bodies. At our core, we are made up of tiny atoms and electrons buzzing with activity. These particles respond to our emotions even if we are not aware of it. When we are happy or upset, something is happening on a quantum level inside us. Our emotions send out energy waves that affect our atom and electron, amplifying how we feel. It's like a ripple effect. Every emotion gets stronger when we are already feeling them. But here's the interesting part. Just like detector in the Double Slit Experiment, Vipassana meditation teaches us to observe our emotions without getting carried away by them. When we become skilled observers, emotions lose their powers over us. It's like having a superpower. While science discovered this observer effect in the 18th century, ancient wisdom like Sanatan Dharma already knew the importance of observations. It reminds us that everything is temporary, so let's observe and learn while we can. The key idea I want to share after comparing the Double Slit Experiment and Vipassana is that we can observe the wave patterns happening in our bodies due to our emotions, and we have the power to stop these patterns before they become harmful. Just like how the observer effect can change the behavior of electron from waves to particles, we can apply this concept to our daily lives within our bodies. When you feel angry or upset, take a moment to notice the sensation in your body. With practice in Vipassana, you will become skilled at pinpointing these sensations. Then simply observe them without judging. Soon enough, your emotions like anger, pain, or sadness will fade away. They may come back occasionally, but if you continue to observe them without getting caught up in them, they will eventually disappear from your life. Much like how Gautam Buddha overcome hatred and negative emotions within himself. After you have enjoyed the video, it's time to take action. If you are new here and found this content intriguing, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future uploads. We have a lot more fascinating topics lined up that you won't want to miss. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Your continued support means the world to us. We love hearing from our community, so be sure to drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's video. Have any questions, insights, or suggestions for future topics? We are all ears. And speaking of future topics, we want to hear from you. What subjects would you like us to research and explore next? Whether it's delving deeper into ancient mysteries, unraveling the secrets of the universe, or diving into the latest scientific discoveries, Your input helps shape the content of this channel. And thank you for watching once again.